Aloha. Hello. Hope you're doing really well today. Curious how your day's going. I just wanted to pop on here. Just got back from the beach actually. And I came home to my first package. We just moved into our new home, which I will show you once we're actually moved in. The universe kind of cosmically redirected us. We were supposed to be in Maui right now, and our car actually wouldn't start the morning of at like 4:30 in the morning. But that same day, we actually found an amazing home to move into in Santa Barbara. So we're just a month ahead of schedule as far as that goes. And I finally got my package for my November Nourish retreat that we're doing. So we're doing a virtual retreat over at our community page at thesuperfood.social. So you can check that out on Instagram. And we're having amazing facilitators throughout this whole month, sharing recipes and healing arts and modalities and meditation. And I'm going to hop on there tomorrow speaking about the connection between emotional detoxification and the foods that we're eating and how that all correlates and why that happens. So it's a really fun part of the alkaline journey. At some point in everyone's journey when they're doing a cleanse or incorporating more alkaline foods, they will actually have emotional healing and releases that come with that. So I'll speak to that tomorrow. And I wanted to show you what I'm doing for November Nourish. So I really wanted to partake more in an athlete offering that we have. And so I got a little athlete kit, and it's starting with like the MVP Sport. And the reason I love that is it's just a powder that you add to your water, and you take it before working out or after, but it helps with the quick tissue repair because of all of the adaptogenic herbs, and then it also has plants in there that help to get the lactic acid out of the body. So just really nice whether you're working out or not working out. It's just amazing whole foods source. And the reason I work with this company is because they support regenerative and organic farmers. And if you want to learn more on that subject, watch my favorite films to learn about that are either Kiss the Ground, which just came out and it's on Netflix. The Need to Grow, which is amazing. And Farmer's Footprint is Zach Bush's organization that's really working to help farmers transition from the chemical industrial farming into regenerative farming techniques. And what that means is that we're actually healing the soils and supporting the soils. And something that I had found in my own healing journey is that I was actually just feeling depleted, and I wasn't sure why, because I ate from my own garden, was raised on garden organic food and eating incredibly healthy and having incredible herbs that are wildcrafted in my life, but I was still feeling depleted. And that's because the majority of the food that we're getting is grown in nutrient deficient soils. And the soil health isn't just about the minerals that are in there. It's actually about the biodiversity of the microbiome of the soil. So the more fungi and bacteria there are, those are what break down the nutrients for the plants to absorb, for us to absorb. And same in our own bodies, the more biodiversity there is in the microbiome of our gut, the healthier we are. And it's really interesting, just with 2 servings of antibiotics, studies have shown that major cases of chronic depression actually increase by 60% in a year's time, just from 2 doses of antibiotics. And so one of the reasons is that our gut microbiome, it's so important to have that diversity there. And as humans, we're 99% microbes and viruses and fungus and all of these little microorganisms that are actually doing all the functions of our body, which is amazing. Everything from breaking down waste to getting things eliminated to digestion and absorption and utilization. And 90% of our serotonin is produced in our gut, and 50% of our dopamine is produced in our gut. So just as it's important to have really, really healthy, diverse soils that are rich in those microbacteria and fungi, same in our body, we really want a diversity in our gut microbiome. So what I do daily for that is just getting outside and breathing in nature, getting in fresh air, getting around, soils, getting around trees and plants and flowers, and that helps to repopulate that, which is wonderful. So that was kind of like a long explanation of this first drink that I'm excited about. And the next it came with is the super aminos. And I love these because, again, I've been plant-based for the majority of my life since, I was 13 and even before that. And then I've experimented with not being plant-based as well throughout different times in my life. But I also found that wasn't the right fit for me. Just wasn't finding what I was looking for in that way. But what I did find from these super aminos, they're just whole foods, is my alignment really started to come into my body. Like my spine started to strengthen out and align. I started to get a lot more muscles and strength just throughout my whole body. And I noticed a difference in my brain and my nervous system and just more mental clarity and my thoughts and quickness in my thoughts. And the reason is because this is just a plant-based protein that's absorbed straight into our muscles, and most of the proteins we're eating on a daily basis we're only utilizing a small percentage, like 17 to 36%, and then the rest has to be eliminated out of our kidneys. So this takes the burden off of the liver processing those and off of the kidneys, and it really helps just with building and strengthening, which is awesome. And then I got the tart cherry juice, and this is amazing for sleep. So when I do this, because sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night or have a hard time sleeping, and when I incorporate this, I just sleep all the way through. And it also helps to support the kidney filtration. And the last thing that I haven't tried yet that I'm excited to try is the super lights. Those are just electrolytes. So again, really amazing for the athlete program because you want to replenish your electrolytes. And what I'm excited for with this is most of us, like my background is in regenerative detoxification and regenerative healing. And that's how I've healed my body from chronic and degenerative situations and issues. And electrolytes are an important process of that. And most of the foods we're eating on a daily basis are really high in acidic minerals, which then actually crystallize in the body and deposit in the joints, in the tissues, and that can create a lot of discomfort and pain and inflammation. And, long-term chronic buildup of that is where we're starting to see the breakdown of tissues and chronic inflammation such as arthritis and bursitis and all the itises. But the kidneys are what eliminate those. So that's why I really love this. So the kidneys are what eliminate those crystal acids out of the body that get built up and that congest and that lead to inflammation and lead to tissue breakdown. And what neutralizes the acids in our body is actually our electrolytes. And those are alkaline minerals that are really replenishing and rejuvenative and healing. And even just from a digestive standpoint, when we're eating foods, there's a lot of acidic byproducts that come into our chemistry just from the process of digestion. And those all have to be neutralized via electrolytes. And if we're not eating enough electrolytes on a daily basis, for instance, great ways to get it is coconut water or fresh fruits, fresh veggies. If we're not having enough of that, the body will actually steal important electrolytes and minerals from our organs and our tissues and our bones and our glands. And so when someone is experiencing like osteoporosis or like weaknesses of the skeletal structure or prolapsed organs, which again is weaknesses of our tissue structure, a lot of times it's because the body is borrowing so many of those alkaline nutrients in order to neutralize the amount of acids that we're getting exposed to on a daily basis from the foods we're eating, from environmental exposures, all of it. And so why I love to incorporate lots and lots of electrolytes into my day is, again, because not only does it neutralize those acids, but it actually creates an alkalinity in the body, which is when the body goes into healing and tissue repair and regrowth of muscles and skin and bones and all of that. That really happens in an alkaline environment. And then again, if you have that buildup of the acidosis, like in the joints, creating that pain and the inflammation, those alkaline minerals are going to help neutralize those and get those out of the body. So that is what I am doing. And that was kind of like a longer, more scientific description just because of my background and the deeper reason of why I do these works and why I love them is because I really feel that our bodies are amazing and miracles. And really, when it comes down to the simplicity of healing, it comes down to just a couple of elements, which is getting the chemistry right in the body and then getting our elimination channels going, such as our kidneys, to really get those excess acids out of the body. So I'm excited to continue to participate in this November Nourish and start doing these. I'll give you some updates and let you know how it goes. But I'm also going to be incorporating more runs, like going just jogs down to the beach and some basketball in there, and then maybe a couple days at the gym. So I'll just be kind of weaving in exercise and activities along the way with it, just because I love that for mental, emotional well-being and a break in the day and just for physical well-being. But I'm really excited to complement this protocol with it. So if you want to join me in more of like an athlete fitness reset, let me know. I'd love to do it with you. I'd love to support you in it. It's really my deep passion to support people in this way of just getting deep cellular nourishment and healing at all levels. So tomorrow I'll be discussing about the connection between alkalinity and food and chemistry and how that impacts our emotional well-being. And then this weekend on Sunday, myself and 3 other regenerative detoxification specialists are going to be doing our free monthly call. So get in touch with me if you want to register for that. It's just going to be around topics about healthy habits for the holidays. So that will be really fun. And I'll also tune you into more of the happenings here in California. Love you all. Aloha.